Hello, how are you? Today I'm going to talk to you about the relationship between cinnamon and blood pressure. A lot of people want to know what the connection is. Does cinnamon help lower blood pressure, or does cinnamon raise blood pressure? I see a lot of comments here on the channel from people who are worried. Sometimes I make a recipe and people say they really wanted to try it, but they'll have to make it without cinnamon because otherwise it will raise their blood pressure. Is that really true? Let's talk more about this now with scientific evidence. Stay with me until the end, you won't want to miss it. If you love videos about nutrition, health, and fitness, you're going to love this channel. Go ahead, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. I have new videos every day. You're going to love them. In fact, I make recipes every day and many of them use cinnamon. If you love cinnamon, there's a playlist here with cinnamon recipes, and I'll leave it down below in the description for you. If you don't know or don't remember, the video name is right here with an arrow. Just click it and a tab will open with several cool videos and recipes for you. This question is a very relevant one because, in fact, blood pressure is a public health issue. Many people suffer from high blood pressure, hypertension, and it can lead to many serious problems with the kidneys and the heart, so it's very important to always keep your blood pressure well regulated. I already have a playlist here that talks more about how to lower blood pressure, with tips, recipes, the best and worst foods, good habits, bad habits. I'll leave everything down below in the description for you as well to help you out. And as I mentioned, there are many people who get worried about this issue with cinnamon. They say they can't eat cinnamon because they've heard it raises blood pressure. They're afraid because when they eat cinnamon, their blood pressure goes up. I'll even talk about these cases specifically. So, what is the relationship that scientific studies have already found between cinnamon consumption and blood pressure? In fact, what scientific studies have already found is that cinnamon actually helps lower blood pressure. It is scientifically proven that it helps reduce inflammation, helps lower blood pressure, helps prevent the buildup of cholesterol in blood vessels, which improves the lumen, improves blood flow through these vessels, and thus lowers blood pressure. And if you say that's not true because it works differently for you, at the end I'll explain why that might happen to some people. But for the vast majority of people, cinnamon will help lower blood pressure because it actually contains some naturally occurring compounds that help in a more systemic way to reduce blood pressure. Cinnamon contains cinnamaldehyde and other active compounds, substances that are naturally present in it, which help it relax blood vessels. They help lower blood pressure and also help reduce the amount of triglycerides and LDL cholesterol, which is the bad cholesterol in your blood vessels in your circulation. In addition, cinnamon has very powerful anti-inflammatory properties. It is an antioxidant, and we already know that cinnamon also has a well-proven role in helping to reduce body weight by properly regulating blood sugar levels. So, because it helps control weight, it also helps with blood pressure, since we know that people who are overweight or obese are more likely to have high blood pressure. Lately, a lot of people have been asking me in video comments about good cinnamon and bad cinnamon. I've heard that a lot. That's because there are two main types of cinnamon that are sold commercially. The classic cinnamon is the most traditional and the cheapest, and then there's Ceylon cinnamon, which has a milder flavor and contains less coumarin, because both types of cinnamon contain coumarin, and coumarin can thin the blood. So if you consume it in excess, it really can bring some harm to you. And I have to emphasize this issue of excess because this problem of thinning the blood and other health issues from too much coumarin are related to an exaggerated consumption of cinnamon, of these compounds, of the coumarin present in it. I mention this because many times this happens to people who take cinnamon supplements. And in this case, the cinnamon supplement comes with a very high concentration, which you wouldn't consume in your daily life. Or there are those people who find out it's good for your health and start drinking cinnamon tea 3 times a day, put cinnamon on bananas, put cinnamon in yogurt. They add much more cinnamon than usual. So remember that if you use a reasonable amount of cinnamon in your daily routine, along with other good practices to regulate your blood pressure, you'll get a beneficial result. So there's no need to overdo it with cinnamon. It's not just cinnamon that's going to make your blood pressure healthy. It's very important to be aware that it can help, but it doesn't treat the condition. So, a very important point here. You can't replace your blood pressure medication with cinnamon, nor think that you're going to cure a blood pressure problem with cinnamon. High blood pressure, as I mentioned, is a health issue that requires medical follow-up, preferably with a nutritionist as well, so always stick to everything your doctor has prescribed. And if you're unsure whether you should take it or not, or in what quantity, ask your doctor or nutritionist in your city if it's recommended for you and what the appropriate amount is in your case. I mentioned here the bioactive compounds that improve and relax blood vessels, lower cholesterol, reduce triglycerides, and lower blood pressure. But why is it that, for some people, cinnamon actually raises blood pressure? Some people share stories, like the aunt who took cinnamon and ended up in the emergency room, had a really bad reaction, and felt very unwell. This happens because some people believe that cinnamon raises blood pressure, and when you're afraid of something, your blood pressure goes up. So, if you're very stressed about consuming something you think will harm you, your blood pressure will rise. So, you could even drink water and think that it will raise your blood pressure. If you truly believe that something is bad for you, your blood pressure will go up, your stress will increase, your adrenaline will rise, and so will your blood pressure. So what happens is that many people are afraid it will go up, really afraid, they believe it will increase, and that stress raises their blood pressure. So this emotional aspect is also very closely related to blood pressure. So, once again, if you think something is going to be bad for you in your particular case, don't consume it. You always have other excellent food options that can help lower your blood pressure. As I mentioned, it's a multidisciplinary issue. You'll need to exercise to help lower your blood pressure. You'll need to have a balanced diet, avoid consuming alcohol, avoid smoking, avoid excessive sugar and salt. So it's important to have a good diet and follow the medication your doctor prescribed. You can't think that just eating cinnamon will regulate your blood pressure. That's not going to cure your high blood pressure. Studies do show that it helps, yes, but if in your case you feel unsure, talk to your doctor or leave it out of your life, because there are other things you can do to improve your blood pressure as well. I talk about this a lot, this emotional aspect of high blood pressure, because we see it a lot in the office, that so-called white coat syndrome. A person checks their blood pressure at home, either with their own device or with that ambulatory blood pressure monitor they wear and take home. When you look at the results, the blood pressure is normal, 120/80, perfectly normal. But when they get to the doctor's office, see the doctor in a white coat, and are afraid their blood pressure might be high, their blood pressure goes up. So stress can raise blood pressure. And it's not just the stress of being at the doctor's or the fear of high blood pressure, but also the worry that some food might raise your blood pressure. That's why it's important for you to always do what works best for you. You know yourself very well. If you're interested and want to add cinnamon to your daily routine, remember that it's super versatile. You can make cinnamon tea, you can use cinnamon as a sweetener in certain types of dishes. That's because it naturally enhances sweetness. So sometimes you can add it to your morning yogurt, put it on fresh fruit, or blend it into a delicious smoothie. It naturally sweetens and can truly help you. It's incredibly versatile and can be used in many different ways. Remember that I have a video here on the channel talking more about the benefits of cinnamon in a broader way, how to lose weight with cinnamon, because it also helps with weight loss, and recipes with cinnamon. I'll leave all of that down below in the description for you. So take a look down below, because I'm going to put some really cool playlists of good recipes for blood pressure, recipes that help reduce bloating. You're definitely going to like them. And tell me, what's your favorite recipe with cinnamon? I'd love to see your comment. Like the video, because that really helps me out. And share it with anyone who would enjoy it, with anyone who needs it. Let's grow this chain of good together, because that's what I want here with the channel. See you next time. Bye.